It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Well, today into tomorrow, storms are going to be pushing from the central Rockies toward the mid-Mississippi Valley and into the northeast. Dry conditions are on tap for the west coast after several days of wet weather. Much above average temperatures from the southern plains into the Gulf Coast today, while much below average temperatures stretch across the northern plains, Great Basin, and central Rockies. Cooler temperatures spread south and east into the southern and eastern U.S. By tomorrow, below average temperatures this holiday weekend across large portions of the central to eastern U.S., while a warming trend begins across the west. Closer to home, well above average temperatures continue before a cold front pushes in tomorrow morning. Breezy conditions on Thanksgiving afternoon becoming light through early next week. Gradual warming this weekend and early next week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Toys for Tots is in search of donations. They need some new toys for local children in our community. You can donate at the drop boxes, Tularosa Basin Regional Dispatch, Otero County Sheriff's Office, Alamogordo Police Department, and the Otero County Administration Building. Toys for Tots, please give a little joy to our local children, accepting now through December 20th. Well, this Saturday is Small Business Saturday. We heard from Mayor Susan Payne.
We want to remind everybody that Alamogordo Main Street has got some great things going on down there, and our downtown is still open. So please go out and support those businesses. I know downtown is under construction. It's a little bit harder to get to, but there are places to park, and I know those business owners would really appreciate that business. And look out for our Facebook page, because we do have information about parking and other things. Shop small, shop local. The Alamo Senior Center presents Santa Bingo happening December 4th from 1:30 until 3:30. You're invited to join in for some fun holiday activities and explore Christus Health Medicare Advantage plans, bingo, photos with Santa, light refreshments, and a whole lot more. Again, that's December 4th, 1:30 to 3:30. Check out the Alamo Senior Center Facebook page for more information. The Fiesta of Lights Christmas celebration at Washington Park takes place Friday, December 6th from 5 until 9 p.m. Currently, they are still looking for food and craft vendors. If you're interested in that, check out the city Facebook page. As a reminder, East 10th from White Sands Boulevard to Delaware Avenue will be closed for Alamogordo Main Street's community holiday event, Christmas on Main Street. That's Saturday, December 7th from 7 a.m. until 11:30 p.m. The street closure is necessary to minimize risk from the increased volume of visitors and pedestrians crossing the street, as well as for the safety of all those involved and attending. The Tularosa Christmas Festival takes place December 7th. The Christmas Bazaar is from 9 until 5. The Light Parade from 6 until 7:30. The Street Dance from 8 until 10. All these events are free. We spoke with Chris Rupp.
It's about bringing the communities together this time of year. That's really what it's ultimately about. And we have decided to waive the parade fee for this year. The reason being is we all understand that the economy is not the greatest, and at that time of the year, the funds are low. And so the whole point of this is to bring people together. So we are just completely waiving the fee for the parade.
Proceeds are going to benefit the Tularosa Kiwanis Club. If you have any questions, 575-430-1002. The 4th annual Santa in the Basin is happening on Saturday, December 14th, from 1 until 3 at the Tularosa Community Church. That's 101 Central.
Santa in the Basin is a partnership of Santa on the West End, and we are an organization that helps give Christmas to the less fortunate kids and their families. We are dedicated to helping children in need at Christmas time. So what we do is we put on this event down in New Mexico in Tularosa. We decorate like a gingerbread house. Everything is all decorated nice and neat. They get to see Santa and Mrs. Claus. They get a gift, a filled stocking. We have cookie decorating. We have go fishing. We have entertainment. We have music. We have hot dogs and popcorn and hot chocolate.
To make a donation, please visit SantaOnTheWestEnd.com. If you have any questions, call Mary Barunda, 520-508-2196, or email santainthebasin@gmail.com. Well, today is Wednesday. It's time for our weekly report from Runner's Refuge.
Hi, this is Greg Gutierrez calling on behalf of Runner's Refuge. We have a few things going on lately. First thing we have on Thursday, we're going to have dinner from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for Thanksgiving for all. everybody's welcome. Starting December 2nd, A-Town Haircuts will be giving out free haircuts to the unhoused at Runner's Refuge every Monday. We are raising money to keep Runner's Refuge going, and any amount of donation is helpful. The salsa sale is sold out. Thank you, everybody who came and bought some salsa. Our weekly schedule at Runner's Refuge is Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, 8 to noon, by appointment, showers, and laundry. Sunday and Monday, Thursday and Friday, dinner from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. We're closed Wednesdays and Saturdays. Call or text 575-404-0528 for anything you need. We are also seeking out business owners who are willing to give a job to a homeless person so that we can start helping them get employment and get off the street. That's all for us today, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
43-year-old Jesus Coronado will spend the next 10 years in prison. A federal jury previously convicted him of being a felon in possession of a firearm. This is his second such federal conviction. Coronado brandished a gun at his former girlfriend at a smoke shop parking lot on December 11th of 2021. Investigators found surveillance video which confirmed it, and that led to an arrest warrant for Coronado. Officers found him hiding behind a tree near a small cinder block wall next to his house. Investigators recovered the gun used in the confrontation. It was on the roof of his home. They sent it away for DNA testing, which, surprise, surprise, the results matched Coronado, who, as a previously convicted felon, was prohibited from owning a gun. New Mexico State Police say they used a high-tech license plate recognition system to arrest a man who allegedly struck and killed a bicyclist near Deming over the weekend. This happened around 1 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. There was a fatal crash involving a vehicle and a bicyclist. A passing motorist had noticed debris and a bicycle in the dirt off the shoulder of the road. They stopped to check and called 911 when they saw a man, 69-year-old Kevin O'Leary, dead near that bicycle. The suspect's vehicle had fled the scene and there were no witnesses. A be on the lookout alert was put out for a red vehicle suspected to have front-end damage. Border Patrol and Customs, as well as Border Protection, notified the New Mexico State Police that a vehicle matching that description had crossed into Mexico immediately following that crash at the Columbus port of entry. The driver of the car was identified as 33-year-old Noel Ronquillo Jr. An arrest warrant was obtained for Ronquillo, and he was taken into custody without incident on Monday. Ronquillo was charged with involuntary manslaughter and knowingly leaving the scene of an accident involving great bodily harm or death. A police officer is on paid administrative leave and faces charges after a law enforcement response in Portales. 31-year-old Officer Jarvis Hall with the Portales Police Department is facing a charge of aggravated assault against a household member as well as false imprisonment. These are felonies. This comes after Roosevelt County Sheriff's Office responded to his home just before 5 a.m. on Sunday. Court records show law enforcement responded to a domestic violence incident during a birthday party. A woman involved went to the hospital where she told law enforcement that the two went in to speak in the bathroom. The conversation led to her wanting to leave and her saying it was prevented by Hall. Hall was spoken to by law enforcement at the home. He told law enforcement there was no physical altercation in the bathroom as he was being arrested. She claimed Hall continued to block the bathroom doorway where she was held and fell. She hit her head on both the toilet and bathtub. She was treated for blood on her head along with a bump. It's been more than a month since the record flooding hit Roswell, destroying hundreds of homes and businesses. The city is still cleaning up piles of debris and trying to rebuild. Roswell Mayor Tim Jennings says over 1,300 homes were impacted, 650 had severe damage and may need to be destroyed. Close to 700 feet of sewer line was also impacted, and in some places, entire roads collapsed. The mayor added that they estimate the total damage countywide as being over $150 million. The Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management said debris collection is winding down. They're going to be doing final pickup this Saturday and said people should see it clean by Wednesday. PNM is warning the public on a potential scam. There are reports of calls and texts coming from fake utility representatives. The scammers typically claim the customer is behind on payments and they threaten to disconnect their electricity unless immediate payment is made with a prepaid gift card or electronic banking transfer. PNM says there have been over 446 scam reports since the beginning of this year. Now, if you suspect you're being targeted by a scammer, hang up and then report the activity to PNM as soon as possible. You probably also need to contact the authorities. PNM's number is 888-342-5766. The state of New Mexico is appealing the New Mexico Court of Appeals order giving Alec Baldwin an expedited motion for dismissal in the Rust shooting case. A judge dismissed the case this summer over evidence allegedly withheld by prosecutors. At that time, the case's special prosecutors filed a separate court filing arguing that there were insufficient facts to support the judge's findings. Yesterday's filing appeals the court's order denying prosecutors' motion to reconsider a dismissal of the case. The case stems from a deadly shooting on the set of the movie Rust, in which cinematographer Helena Hutchins, along with the film's director, were shot by a gun held by Baldwin. Hutchins died in that shooting. MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. I'm sure you've heard of it. Well, the local director, Maria Tellier, appeared on KRMG about the group's investigations.
I got, I'd say, 5 MUFON reports, one right after the other between May and June 12th. And they were all seeing the same anomalous kind of white light orb going different directions. And I had reports from Alamogordo, from Las Cruces, and several from actually the Deming area. And that was pretty interesting to have so many of them right in a row with a similar object and a similar description. And people were very descriptive with them, and they reported them almost immediately, which sometimes that doesn't happen also. As I investigated the cases, I found that there were a lot more reports on other sites, other UFO reporting sites of objects in the same areas from different people, but, they were looking at the same objects the people that reported them to MUFON reported. And actually, on Facebook, people were posting videos they were taking. There was one from Vado that was fantastic. Someone really did a good job with it.
Okay. It's important to remember that the U in UFO stands for unidentified. That means whatever you're seeing is not necessarily a spacecraft. As a matter of fact, it probably isn't.
Total buzzkill.
Tellier went on to discuss government hearings and the evolution of terminology regarding unidentified objects. No word on if Bigfoot or Nessie appeared at that last meeting. Sports and weather coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Nothing's going on till Friday. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for cloudy skies, winds gusting up to 21 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow. Your high today for the basin, 70. Low tonight of 42. High tomorrow, 58 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly cloudy skies, winds gusting as high as 37 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight, winds gusting as high as 22, mostly sunny tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 49. Low tonight at 27. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 18. High tomorrow, 40. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 21 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.